for Little Falls. They're from District 15. District 15 champs. And they were region runner-up to East Grand Forks, and they beat War Road to earn their number 2 seed coming into today. Between the Pipes for Cottage Grove, we'll get those announcements as well, and so we'll tune in right alongside the PA announcer, but I can tell you, because I know, number 32 will be Connor Nelson in net for Cottage Grove. They really do a 50-50 netminder situation. It's Connor Nelson, and this is per Coach Andy Roser as well. So Connor Nelson gets the nod for this game. Josh Gutzman also a goalie for Cottage Grove, and both those guys getting a lot of playing time. Contrast that to Little Falls. They have basically a sole goalie. Dane Kucher gets the nod, and they do have an emergency backup who can only play in an emergency, and that would be Adler Hoagland, waiting and ready in case something would go wrong with Dane Kucher as far as an emergency goes. So Dane Kucher is a high school coach's son, and that coach was a goalie from the Fighting Sioux, so goalie blood in the family. We'll get to the lineups for the rest of them. Certainly glad you are with us. You know, an item to note as well as I was looking over some of these rosters and games. So I mentioned already Sartell won, and they're going to go on into the semifinal. They'll play the winner of this game. Well, both of these teams have played Sartell already and have had some luck. It means nothing, of course, but it's always just an interesting sidebar. I'll start with Cottage Grove. They've played Sartell twice in October and December. They scored 4 goals in each of those games. In each of those games, well, it was a win for Cottage Grove. 4-3 in October and 4-1 in December. So we'll see what happens should they move on. They have not played Little Falls, so Little Falls and Cottage Grove have not played, but Little Falls has played Sartell as well, so that's a commonality. And Little Falls defeated Sartell also. That was a November game, 6-1 in that tilt. All right, we'll take a short break. Tee this one up. Puck drops in about 3 minutes. You're listening to Minnesota Hockey, powered by MSBN Sports.
For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
All right, just did one more quick sound and video check. Everything sounds good here on Channel 2, so that's always a good thing. Minnesota hockey, we have 14 state tournaments going on right now. And they'll take place at 9 locations across Minnesota. March 16th through the 18th. Well, that's Friday through Sunday. Different tournament locations and coverage of Junior Gold A and Bantam AA and A, Pee Wee AA and A, and 15U and 12U, and MSBN bringing 58 of them live action. They're also archived as well, so if you miss one of the games, you can always tune back in and check it out. Little Falls in the purple. If you look on the ice, they will be defending the right goal, and again, the Darks are the away teams, and so they come in as the number 2 seed. And as I mentioned, it's number 35 between the Pipes, Dane Kucher, the netminder for Little Falls, taking on some shots right now in practice. We'll get a quick camera shot for you as well. So that's Dane Kucher over there on the far right, defending the goal. And then for the left, as I mentioned, Connor Nelson. He's taking on some shots in pregame, getting ready as his teammates flipping the puck his way and getting him game ready for this state quarterfinal. Again, Connor Nelson between the Pipes. Couple of captains, Clayton Berlin and Sam, well, check that, Jack Widener. A couple of captains for Cottage Grove, and per the coach, they're great leaders on and off the field. They are in the lighter colors. It's kind of a gray sweater or jersey. Breezers are black. You got green numbering. But they are the #1 seed for this state quarterfinal. And as I mentioned, for Little Falls, it's those purple sweaters / jerseys and the white numbering. Looking to get it done here today as well. Couple of housekeeping announcements. I always have to listen, make sure my car is not being announced because the announcer, I think there's multiple cars here in this packed house that have decided just to kind of maybe park where they're not supposed to park. So the PA announcer is telling them, we really don't want to contribute to the towing company and so on, wherever that money goes, state government, I don't know. But so some cars being asked to move. And what that tells me, and as I look across the way here as well, down to my left, Cottage Grove fans, we're right at center ice, as you can see from the camera angle. And down to my right, the Little Flyers, the Little Falls Flyers fans. And as I was starting to say, just judging by the size of this crowd, I can see where people are having some tough time parking. Looking forward to a good battle here. And again, 3 of the 4 games in the state quarterfinals are already decided. It's East Grand Forks versus Edina tomorrow, and it's Sartell waiting for the winner of this one. All right, we'll take a short break and be back. We're minutes away from the puck dropping in the state quarterfinal on Minnesota Hockey, powered by MSBN Sports.
Welcome to the Auto Show. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Let's check out some Chevys. What's your first impression here?
This car is really amazing.
This is nice. That's awesome.
And what if I told you that you can get Auto Show cash right now?
Cashback is always great. Oh my gosh.
Use Auto Show bonus cash to get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,500 competitive owner cash allowance.
We're America's #1 sporting goods store, and we're always open. Every season starts at Dix.com.
All right, we're back. Luke Dahl, Scott Dahl with the call. MinnesotaHockey.org. Hashtag drive to state. Last year's champion, White Bear Lake. Prior couple of years, Minnetonka. This year, well, it's going to be East Grand Forks, Edina, Sartell, and possibly the winner of this game moving on. Little Falls Flyers being announced. Visitors. All right, starting with Little Falls, here's the roster. Number 2, Matt Philippi. I'll just repeat just in case you can't hear the PA announcer very well. Nicholas Stevens, number 3, he wears. Number 4, Robbie Kuczynski Helgeson. Jake Jakowski wears number 5. Number 7, Joseph Majerli. And number 10, Isaiah Gendro. 11, Aiden Kaditz. Number 13, Tower Morrison. 16, Tyler Bricky. Marshall Inez, number 17. 19, Hayden Johnson. Shout out to little sister Izzy. Big fan in the fans. Number 20, Colin Cray. Number 22, George Moore. Number 26, Gunnar Gustafson. And your final roster spot, besides the goalies, number 33, Alec Lindberg. Number 35, Dane Kucher between the pipes. And 29, Adler Hoagland, the emergency backup, ready to get in there should he be needed. Now for the Cottage Grove Wolfpack, number 7, Alec Folsom. And number 8, Colin Youngworth. Mostly second-year players here for Cottage Grove, except for a couple of them. Dalton Anderson being announced. Spencer Voss, he wears number 10. Number 11, Josh Brown. Number 13, Captain Clayton Berline. 16, Jimmy Rodriguez. Luke McCarthy, he's a first-year Bantam. Number 18, Franking Savard. 19 and 23 are twins, Sam Jansky and Noah Jansky, first-year Bantams. 26, coming up, Logan Porter. 27, Cody Mall. And number 28, another captain, Jack Widener. Between the pipes, Connor Nelson. And also wearing the pads, Josh Gutzman. Again, they split time between the pipes throughout the season. Let's play some hockey, says the announcer. I agree. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Tria, Dick's Sporting Goods, Highway Federal Credit Union, and Chevrolet. And also, of course, Minnesota Hockey for organizing these tournaments. Woo, the fans. Here we go, Flyers. They're yelling from Little Falls to my right, and Cottage Grove was cheering their team on very loud during the introductions. So it's going to be a fun afternoon of hockey in this state quarterfinal. Cottage Grove out there first, skating around the neutral zone, and it's the Little Flyers, the Little Falls Flyers, huddled up over there, getting some final instructions. Dane Kucher and company. Kucher taking his spot in the crease between the pipes. And Cottage Grove getting ready for this face-off. It'll be Dalton Anderson on the face-off versus Gunnar Gustafson. And here comes Cottage Grove on the far side. Luke McCarthy, again in his first year, dumping it down. And the Flyers trying to clear their zone. Puck between the circles. Flyers get there and just send it to the neutral zone. All the way down. It'll be Nelson putting a stick on it and just sweeping it off to the far side. As Cottage Grove brings it over their blue line, but it's rejected right back on the stick of Nelson once again. He'll sweep that off to his left. Now played to the near side corner as Little Falls tries to keep it in. And they do a good job. Robbie Kuczynski Helgeson behind the netminder. Now puck moved to the far corner. Still scoreless here. Just started this first period action, and Cottage Grove comes away with it, crossing over their blue. That's Logan Porter sending it down, and Porter took a good check by Nicholas Stevens into the plexiglass, but he gets up right away. Now he skates off. He'll take a breather. Puck now down into the Flyer zone. Far corner, just flipped cross corner by Little Falls, and icing will be the call, and that was Majorly just clearing the puck, and they'll bring it all the way back into the Flyer zone. Again, scoreless here. Luke Dahl, Scott Dahl with a call in the state quarterfinal for Bantam A, the final game to be played in Bantam A this afternoon. I'll have a couple of double-A games tonight. There we go. There goes a shot. That one goes wide. You could hear that one. From high and left off the stick of Folsom. Now the puck played behind the netminder. Kucher looking on. left, then right, then back left near corner. Bouncing puck, bounces over the stick. Jimmy Rodriguez couldn't keep it in. Now he tracks it down. Rodriguez now with the puck being pestered. He sends it to the neutral zone. And Cottage Grove trying to clear it. Picking it up are the Flyers. Left circle, backhand shot. That's a stick save by Nelson. Keeping it in. Just inside the blue, it's cleared. But here comes Cottage Grove. Good job by Josh Brown getting his stuck on it and sending it to the near corner. Now in the Flyer zone. Still scoreless, under 13 minutes to play. Corner to corner pass now. Little Falls. Flip shot into the near short boards. Played at neutral. Now down to the near corner again. In the Flyer zone. Played along the near boards. Now at center. Cross ice pass to the near side. Neutral zone play. Cottage Grove gets there. Colin Youngworth. And they try and dump it in. Intercepted by Majurley for the Flyers. And he'll flip it corner to the far side as they try and clear their zone. The Flyers still scoreless here in the first period, approaching the 12-minute mark. Final Bantam A quarterfinal to be played right now. The winner will play Sartell tomorrow. And here we go. Cottage Grove keeping it in. Between the circles. Loose puck. There it goes! Early score belongs to Cottage Grove. On the goal, wearing number 9 is Dalton Anderson. .57 remaining in the clock. So Dalton Anderson gets scoring started. One assist to number 27, Cody Mall. So Mall to Anderson, and 1-0 in Cottage Grove. No penalties as of yet either in this first period. 11.5 to play. There goes a shot wide of the cage, goes all the way wrapped around. The Little Falls Flyers taking it now into the offensive zone between the circles. High shot attempt there by Gunnar Gustafson, kept in by the Flyers. Gustafson had a little bit of a breakaway there and put it high. 1-1 shots on goal as well. 1-0 Cottage Grove. They'll take it in their defensive zone off the stick of Rodriguez. He sends it to the neutral zone. Picked up by the Flyers, and they'll send it back. Hits the end board as Nelson looks on to the near side. Centering pass, there goes a pad save by Nelson. Good centering pass. I believe it was Majurley on the attempt. Put it right on. And a flying puck hits the rafters, and that's out of play, so they'll drop the puck with a face-off on the far side. 2 shots on goal for Little Falls. 1 shot on goal for the home team, and that one counted. It's 1-0 for Cottage Grove. Face-off on the far dot, kept in by Little Falls. Sent in there. Wide left is Majurley again. Trying to make something happen. Giving chase is Philippi over there. And then another shot gets blocked in traffic. Noah Jansky stepped in front of it and dropped the puck. Good job by Jansky. Approaching the 10-minute mark here in the first period. It's kept in with a nice little backhander there by Tyler Bricky. And there goes a shot, and it's chipped out of play by Colin Youngworth off the stick of Majurley, just trying to put it on net, but it was Youngworth getting in front of it just like with a little 9-iron. That thing chipped out of play. Face off in the near dot, 1-0 Cottage Grove. And it's sent coast to coast. A spinning puck all the way down to the end board. Icing's the call, and they'll bring this one back. Under 10 to play. Only goal so far. Cody Mall found Dalton Anderson, and Anderson put it in. 1-0 Cottage Grove, first period action. Near dot drop. Face off. Giving chase over there is Morrison. Cottage Grove will pick it up on defense, and now they clear into Little Falls zone. Cottage Grove with a 1-0 lead. No penalties so far either here in this first period. Trying to clear their zone, now carrying it across behind the netminder Kuchar. Sending it cross ice near side using the short boards. It bounces off all the way down and hits the end boards, icing the call. They'll bring this one back into the Little Falls zone. I keep wanting to call that team the Little Flyers, which is not a bad thing. It has kind of a nice ring to it, but the Little Falls Flyers in their zone right now. And they trail it by 1 with 9:24 remaining first period. Puck drops on that far dot. Given chase behind the netminder Kuchar. Kuchar looks on now on the near side. Centering pass. And that's swept away. Nice defense by Marshall Inez. Bouncing puck right circle. There goes a high shot over the cage from that right circle. Cottage Grove putting it on net once again. I believe that was Spencer Voss. Give him some credit. Voss over there just swinging at that puck and got it close. Stolen puck now by Little Falls. Shot, pad save, and another save by Nelson. Off the rebound, it was Gustafson. It was a pad save to begin, and then Gustafson tried on the rebound to put it in, but it was Nelson up to the challenge, blocking that one. 4 shots on goal for the Flyers versus 2 for the Cottage Grove Wolfpack. There goes another bouncing puck and a pad save by Nelson. Swept aside to the far corner. Little backhand, tried to keep it in as Philippi, but it gets sent to the neutral zone. Then stolen back by Little Falls. Sent to the near side, still neutral zone play. Now they go back into their own zone and they'll reset. That is the Wolfpack. Now far side, shot on goal, stick save, rebound. Kuchar on the save. Puck played to the near corner now. Approaching the 8-minute mark, 1-0 Cottage Grove. Now played at neutral. It'll be Cottage Grove once again tracking it down over there. Sending it to the neutral zone with a kick save by Philippi, keeping it in. Philippi gives chase on the near corner. Now played in the far corner. Sent to the neutral zone. That's Majurley tracking it down with a little backhand pass to the near side. One-timer pass by Inez. Trying to dump it into their offensive zone, but it gets rejected by Cottage Grove. Sent through the neutral zone, but picked up by Majurley. Majurley, check that. Cottage Grove now with it. Some fast skating in the near side. Good job by Sam Jansky. Shot there and a save by Kuchar. Puck now on the right side, near corner. Breakaway 1-on-2, dumping it in is Tower Morrison. He had 2 defenders on him, decided just to dump that puck in and give chase and see if something good can happen. Here comes Cottage Grove, using that short wall as a ricochet through the neutral zone. Now it bounces into the Flyer zone. Getting there first is George Moore. Sending it to the neutral zone. Right there was Jakowski. Jakowski gives chase as Cottage Grove will pick it up behind the netminder Nelson. Bringing it out in front of Nelson now, near side. Pass there by Noah Jansky. Again, twin brothers Noah and Logan. There goes a shot, and that one goes wide left of the cage. Now played at neutral. Here comes a breakaway. It's George Moore. Puts a shot on and a stick save as a result by Nelson. 6.5 to play first period. 1-0 Cottage Grove. Some good hockey action here so far. Here we go. 1-on-2. The Cottage Grove fans loving that one. They wanted to see Luke McCarthy with a little breakaway, but he gets tripped up, sends it in. Little Falls now with it over their blue line, the center line. Good skating there between the circles. That's George Moore. Still between the circles now, rejected to the near side corner. Centering pass attempt by Little Falls, but a lot of traffic there in redirection of the puck. Sends it to the far side. Gustafson now for Little Falls. Wrap around one-handed. He gets intercepted, takes a fall to the ice, spins around, but gets right back up. He's fine. Josh Brown for Cottage Grove gives chase. The pass now to the neutral zone. That's Alec Folsom. Folsom on the sideboards. Puck gets taken away from Folsom, but then he gets it right back on the near side. Staying with that puck. Folsom still with it on the near circle. Folsom looking on. Puck gets taken away by Little Falls. Now far side. Little flip to the neutral zone. Good job there by Gustafson. There goes a shot wide left of the cage for Cottage Grove. Missed the mark on that one, but some good speed skating here and some back and forth play. 1-0 Cottage Grove as we approach the 5-minute mark. 6 shots on goal for the number 2 seed Little Falls and 4 shots on goal so far for Cottage Grove. Flip puck, Nelson looks on. Under 5 to play. There goes a bouncing puck and a pad save by Nelson. Corner to corner now near side in the Cottage Grove zone. Cottage Grove trying to clear it. They send a pass across the way to Porter. Porter tries to dump it down. No offsides. Now it's picked up by Philippi. Philippi for Little Falls. Gets it pickpocketed and sent all the way back down. And it's Kucher getting a stick on it and then sending it to the far corner. Picking it up there is Majurley. That's intercepted by Cottage Grove. Dalton Anderson with a little spin move and sending it back in. But here comes the Flyers over their blue line. It's Majurley sending it in. 7. And then number 7, Alec Folsom now with a puck in the Cottage Grove zone. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first period. Some good physical play as well. Good puck control by Jimmy Rodriguez as he's trying to advance the puck into the offensive zone, then settles back in the neutral zone. Now Cottage Grove, all 5 players in the offensive zone. And this Little Falls trying to clear the puck. There goes a low shot, laser left of the cage. No play necessary for Kucher, but he watched it all the way. Now played at neutral. Cottage Grove has it on the red line into the offensive zone. That's Alec Folsom skating there. There goes a puck and a stick saved by Kucher. Now looking on to the near side. High puck and a breakaway opportunity on the far side. Here we go. Shot and score! Little Falls ties it up. 1-1 off the stick of Isaiah Gendro. Nice little breakaway by Isaiah Gendro to tie things up with 3:14 remaining in the first period. I believe that will be an unassisted goal. Well, an assist given to Tower Morrison, who did lead the puck to Gendro. So Morrison to Gendro to tie things up as we wind down this first period. This Little Falls again, keeping it in the zone. Left circle, there goes a shot and a pad save. Nelson just freezes it. Marshall, Inez over there, putting it on net and doing a good job. They have 9 shots on goal, Little Falls, compared to 4 for Cottage Grove. It was Cottage Grove striking first in the first period. But it's all tied up now. 1-1 with 2:40 remaining in the first period. It'll be Gustafson for Little Falls on the faceoff, winning the faceoff. And it's sent down to the near corner by Bricky. High bouncing puck kept in play. Good job by Stevens, but then it gets sent to the neutral zone. Given a chop at it is Marshall Inez. And it goes back to the Cottage Grove zone. No penalties either so far in this first period. Cleanly fought battle. Here they come out of their zone. Little flip shot by Gustafson. He'll take it. Cross ice pass. 1:55 remaining. They dump it into the near corner, tied up at 1. Stevens in the mix down there for the Flyers as they try and keep it in the zone. Now carrying it one-handed, Stevens again. Stevens still carrying it all the way across ice, far side. Stevens with a centering pass between the circles. Nobody there able to make an attempt on that. And a whistle blows.
Taking donations.
So with 1:25 remaining here in the first period, tied up at 1, the faceoff will be in the neutral zone on the near dot. And it's Dalton Anderson winning the faceoff. Here comes Cottage Grove. Spencer Voss giving chase, 1-on-2. Voss tries to advance the puck. Bouncing puck, tough to control. Now played in the near corner, approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first period. Sent back to Little Falls. They send it through the neutral zone. Tyler Bricky over there. Less than 1 minute now in the first period. Cottage Grove now with it. Alec Folsom sending it to the short boards far side. 48 seconds remaining. Nelson picks it up, hands it off to his teammate in the Cottage Grove zone right now. Physical play on the far boards. Now played it neutral again. Sent over to Majurley, who sends it in. And a pad block by Nelson as a result. Majurley just flung that puck high, and it was Nelson just punching it away. Face off. Near dot neutral zone. It'll be Sam Jansky taking on Gustafson. Puck gets played to the near side, dumped in by Anez for Little Falls. 24 seconds remaining, tied up at 1. Little Falls doing a good job, not only tying this game up, but keeping it in their offensive zone, at least for the last few minutes. Now dumped into the far corner, picked up by Logan Porter. Check that 28, Widener, one of the captains for Cottage Grove. Here he goes, there goes shot, and a body block bouncing at the buzzer. A great attempt by Majurley high, but it was Nelson with a block, and that's going to do it for the first period. 1-0. Only have a couple minutes before they get it going again, so we'll take that time to thank at least one, maybe two of our sponsors. You're listening to Minnesota Hockey, powered by MSBN Sports.
Who will you be when the choices you make all the difference? See, the true tests, they don't come easy. And they won't last long. But that's why you're here. For these very moments. Because there's nothing that tests you like sports. It begs of you one simple question, and it asks without passion or prejudice. But that question demands an answer. The whole answer. It's the only answer you can give. It lies to no one.
All right, we are back. Luke Dahl, Scott Dahl with the call. Minnesota Hockey. State tournament right now. MinnesotaHockey.org. 14 state tournaments taking place at 9 locations across Minnesota. 3-day venue. You got to love it. MSBN to broadcast, 58 of them. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of fun. And the Bantam A's have been set so far. East Grand Forks will take on Edina tomorrow at 2. And Sartell awaits the winner of this one, Cottage Grove and Little Falls, as we begin the second period. They will switch ends, and it'll be Little Falls. The Flyers defending the left goal as we look down onto the ice and from your vantage point as well. It'll be Cottage Grove. Well, there was a correction in the scoring that I couldn't quite pick up, so try and get that maybe at the second intermission. But so far the goals have been number 10 Isaiah Gendro for Little Falls, and it was Dalton Anderson scoring for Cottage Grove in the first period. Not in that order either, 1-1 as we enter the second period. 15-minute periods and a good game so far. There goes a shot and a glove save off the attempt from Gustafson. So Nelson with a good shot, or a good block, I should say. Catching it like a shortstop. It'll be Gustafson on the faceoff. Going against Sam Jansky. There goes another shot and a goal. Bouncing puck in the crease. Nelson goes down. He's slow and getting up. Nelson's still down. And a whistle blows. So Nelson slow in getting up. And again, they'll check out Nelson as he's getting tended to. A lot of colliding going on. Nelson went down hard. But again, hopefully he is all right as we are starting the second period tied up at 1. 12 shots on goal for Little Falls and 4 shots on goal for Cottage Grove. As the trainer comes out and checks out Connor Nelson. And again, it's Connor Nelson and Josh Gutzman sharing time between the pipes. Call it 50-50 throughout the season, so a couple good goalies for Cottage Grove. And so should Nelson need further assistance off the ice, it will be Josh Gutzman coming in, but hopefully he's all right. Looks to be that he'll stay in the game, so that's a good sign. All right, they'll face it off in the neutral zone after the whistle blows and they check out Connor Nelson. He appears to be A-OK, so at 14:28, this game resumes. And Gustafson wins a faceoff. It's more from Gustafson, losing control for a moment, but then regaining control. And they send it through the neutral zone. All the way down to the opposite end of the ice. Given chase was Widener, but icing will be the call, and they'll bring this one back. Still no penalties called here in this first period, and almost a minute into the second period. They'll face it off in the Flyer zone as Kuchar looks on over his left on the far side. Gustafson, good in those face-offs. He's won the last few. Cottage Grove now trying to clear their zone. Or check that the Flyer zone. Cottage Grove trying to score here. Now the Flyers get the puck. Send it around. Hard shot to center. Hit some players. Dalton Anderson for Cottage Grove took the brunt of that one, but he appears to be all right. And Anderson gets the puck. One-timer. That one. Pad save by Kuchar on the block. The attempt by Alec Folsom. Here comes Maturely with it. Near corner. 13.5 to play here. They send it up. Turning it around now is Marshall Anez. He sends it now to the end boards. Played to the far corner. 1-1 tie here in the second period. Now the puck caroms behind Nelson. Nelson looks on as they fight for puck possession over there. Cottage Grove just flips it all the way down, giving chase. Getting out there first is Kuchar. Logan Porter, player, if he would have been able to catch up to that puck, that could have been dangerous for the Flyers. Now played at the near circle 12.5 to play. Loose puck. Goes behind Kuchar. Now through the neutral zone, all the way down into the Cottage Grove zone. There goes a shot. Wide left of the cage off the attempt of Bricky. Bricky sending it in. Cottage Grove now. No offsides. They have it in their offensive zone. But it's picked up by the Flyers. Carried through by Bricky. Bricky still with it. Right circle. Bricky with a backhand. Shot between the circles. Nobody there to help out Bricky. And it gets cleared all the way down to the end boards. In the Flyers zone. They'll bring this one back. So far, first period scoring. It was Cottage Grove scoring first. Cody Mullen, the assist. And Dalton Anderson on the goal. Then answering back as we wound down that first period. And a nice little breakaway. It was called Tower Morrison, but the PA announcer said there's a correction in the scoring, so we'll check that at the second intermission. But the goal was definitely by Isaiah Gendro. Here we go, Cottage Grove, shot on goal and a save by Kuchar. Shot attempt Folsom. So Alec Folsom with a strong move to the net. They'll face it off on the near dot. Little Falls Flyer zone. Keeping it in is Cottage Grove. But it's Gustafson who was on the face-off and then just flips it to the neutral zone. That's tracked down by Folsom for Cottage Grove. Folsom all the way through the neutral zone. He's still trying to chase that puck. And it's poked away by Kuchar. But Folsom with a head of steam there, trying to make something happen. And the puck gets dumped right back. Luke McCarthy in his first Bantam year. Dumping it down. Okay, McCarthy, as I just called. Shot on goal and score for Cottage Grove. Just called his name out, number 17, Luke McCarthy, in his first year as a Bantam. Most of these players in their second year, and Luke McCarthy gets rewarded big time with a goal there. .10:57 on the clock. McCarthy with a goal. All by himself unassisted. 2-1 Cottage Grove now. Puck played in the neutral zone. Now on the near side, still a loose puck. Chopping away at it is Logan Porter. Loose puck gets tracked down in their defensive zone. Cottage Grove has it. Quickly trying to bring it through the neutral zone was Rodriguez. And now it's played back all the way down. It's clear, no offsides. And getting there first will be Isaiah Gendro with the only goal so far for Little Falls. Bouncing puck between the circles. And the puck goes wide left of the cage. Jake Jakowski was there, took a whack at it. Under 10 to play, 2-1 Cottage Grove. That one goes all the way down to the end board. Icing will be the call. They'll bring this one back into the Cottage Grove zone. So again, these two teams have not played each other this year, but they do have a commonality in the sense that they both played Sartell, the winner of the quarterfinal, awaiting the winner of this one. And both these teams have had some luck versus Sartell. Of course, you throw all those stats out the window, and that's why they play the games. Little Falls trying to make something happen. Big time check on the end boards. Going down is Jake Jakowski, but he gets right back up. Puck now played behind Nelson. Remember, he was down injured not too long ago, but looks to be all right. But he's seeing a flurry of activity down in his end. Now played at neutral. That's Isaiah Gendro. And then taken away by Cottage Grove in their zone, trying to clear it. Cross ice pass to the far side, then sent all the way down coast to coast. Icing will be the call. Brought back to the Cottage Grove zone. They'll face it off in that far dot as Nelson looks on. And it's Little Falls winning the faceoff. They send it in. Blocked, saved by Nelson. Gustafson from high and left far side. Nelson up to the task. 15 shots on goal for Little Falls versus 7 for Cottage Grove. Gustafson tracking down his own faceoff. Sends it into the corner. Backhand by Cottage Grove. Trying to clear it. Josh Brown over there. There goes a long shot wide right of the cage. Attempted by Nicholas Stevens, high and left. 8:47 and counting in the second period. Cottage Grove trying to clear their zone. They lead it 2-1. And there goes another shot and a block by Nelson. Gustafson on the attempt. And he'll take a breather, and Nelson just right into the bread basket, a save, and flips the puck to the official. And they'll face it off in the Cottage Grove zone. And the puck goes behind Nelson, the netminder. Cottage Grove with it. They send it corner to corner now, near side. Noah Jansky, one of the twin brothers of Sam and Logan, or Sam and Noah, twin brothers. Here we go. There's a shot, and a whistle's blown before the shot. Well, right at the shot. It was Tyler Bricky for Little Falls, playing high between the circles, but again, whistle blown. We'll see if this is, well, something happened away from the puck. No penalties, but they'll face it off in the neutral zone. 8:17 and counting, 2-1 Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove with it, trying to clear it. It's been down in their zone for a little while now. They'll reset, sending it through the neutral zone all the way down. It's Kucher getting his stick on it and passing it off to his teammate. Under 8 minutes to play. Cottage Grove, little backhander there, looking for Jansky. Centering pass, pad save by Kucher. And Cottage Grove trying to make something happen again and go up by 2 goals. Should they have scored there? Tracking it down is Noah Jansky in the near corner for Cottage Grove, approaching the 7.5 minute mark. Turnaround shot, stick save on the attempt from Matt Philippi. Little backhander keeps it in for Little Falls. And back up top on the far side, Joseph Majurley. Intercepted by Cottage Falls as they try and clear their zone. Sent to the neutral zone. Taken in by Philippi. Played on the near side. Philippi with a centering pass. It goes behind the netminder. He stays with the puck. And then he works it up top. And they'll have to reset just beyond the blue line in the neutral zone. That's Majurley sending it in on the near side. Tracking it down. It's Cottage Grove. It goes back to the neutral zone. Contact made. Loose puck as they try and get possession of it. It's sent all the way down to the near corner. Icing the call. They'll bring it back. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Leading in the scoreboard, but 10 points behind, or 10 shots behind as far as the shots on goal stack. The old saying, good things happen when you put the puck on net, and Cottage Grove has had 7 shots on goal to 17 for Little Falls, but Cottage Grove wins in the category of goals, 2-1. In the Cottage Grove zone. 6.5 to play, second period. They send it behind Nelson, the netminder. Now he looks over to his right, played to the far corner. Little Falls trying to keep it in. Here comes a little breakaway on the near side. That's Cody Mall. Mall with a centering pass. Puck goes to the far corner. Kuchar looking on, ready for that shot from Maul between the circle. There goes a shot, blocked by Kuchar. Under 6 minutes to play. Stuck puck, trying to loosen it. Sent to that near circle. There goes another chop shot. Dalton Anderson for Cottage Grove trying to punch it in. Now it's played off by Tower Morrison. Check that. Sends it all the way down with 5:36 remaining in the second period. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Goals in the first period was number 9, Dalton Anderson, and then in the second period, number 17, Luke McCarthy. 2 goal scorers for Cottage Grove. And it's number 10, Isaiah Gendro with the only goal so far for Little Falls. Close game, 2-1. Cottage Grove, the number 1 seed with the 1 goal edge so far. 5.5 to play in the second period. Gustafson sends it quarter to quarter near side. Trying to clear their zone. Little Falls. Still played in, stuck puck, kicking and sticking. Here we go, Cottage Grove. Little turnaround, but pickpocketed by Nicholas Stevens. Stevens takes it all the way into the offensive zone. Still with the puck, tries a backhand pass, but it gets redirected in traffic. Now sent to the far side, short boards, backhand dumps it back by George Moore for Little Falls, but Cottage Grove puts a shot and a nice save by Kuchar. Josh Brown goes down. There goes another shot. Chipped away. Good job by George Moore getting a stick in front of it. 4.5 to play. Puck now in the neutral zone. Cottage Grove sends it in.
Go, Joe. Take it. Watch him.
Now they give chase on the far side. Robbie Tuchinski Helgeson giving chase. He wears number 4. There goes a stick save by Nelson. High and left shot by Inez in the attempt. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Little Falls putting some pressure on now, trying to tie this thing up. Centering pass. It's gloved, blocked by Nelson. Can't secure it. Little Falls keeps it in. There goes another shot in traffic. And that one's cleared by Cottage Grove. Here we come. 2-on-1. Cottage Grove with a breakaway. Right circle. Bad save by Kuchar. 3:40 and counting. Here comes Cottage Grove trying to keep it in. Jack Widener with a little spin move to keep it in. Does a good job doing so. So Little Falls now looking at clearing it with 3:25 in the second period remaining. Now puck spins to the far corner. Little Falls will try and advance the puck to center. Finding Kuchinski Helgeson, who sends it in. Approaching the 3-minute mark now, second period. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Little Falls. Pass over here to Inez. It's stolen away, and here comes Cottage Grove. There goes a shot, and then a body block by Kuchar. That was a nice attempt by Cottage Grove. And that was Dalton Anderson, who has the first goal credited. Almost had a second one right there. There goes a centering pass, cross ice, far side. Little backhander. Majorly trying to make something happen at the 2.5-minute mark. Bouncing puck now played in the near corner in the Cottage Grove zone as Little Falls is trying to tie it up down 2-1. Still played behind Nelson all the way to the far corner. Getting there first is Majorly, keeping it in. Now the stuck puck is taken in by the Flyers. Loose puck behind Nelson now. Cottage Grove gets there first. Good hustle by Colin Cray, trying to keep it in for Little Falls. And Cray and company will change lines. 3 players anyway. 1:48 and counting. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Little Falls keeps it in. There goes a broken stick attempt there by Gustafson, and he'll have to skate off and get another stick. Gustafson with a big swing on that one, swinging for the fences and just snapped the stick. So they'll pick up that and resume play with 1:38 remaining in the second period. 2-1, Cottage Grove with a lead. Wolfpack narrowing the gap on the shots on goal. They were down 10 in that stat. Now down 6. 18-12, shots on goal in favor of Little Falls. Nelson saw the puck caroming in, but he also saw Nicholas Stevens, and so Nelson decides to squeeze and freeze that puck. They'll face it off in the Cottage Grove zone. Gustafson doing all those face-offs. A lot of the face-offs. And winning a lot of them as well, just like that one. Puck gets sent left to the netminder, Nelson. Now played at neutral and then sent back by Majurley. And here comes Cottage Grove's McCarthy. Luke McCarthy sends it in to the far corner. Now played in the Little Falls zone as they try and clear it. Gustafson carries it with his stick left-handed. Trying to clear it again now is Inez. Cross ice pass to the near side. Less than 1 minute to play. Cottage Grove putting the pressure on a little bit here. Little Falls doing a good job kind of messing up that rhythm and trying to get the puck out of their zone. Gustafson with a little whack at the stick, the puck. Neutral zone. Now taken in by Majurley. Majurley still with it over the center line. He's pickpocketed. Here comes Cottage Grove. Josh Brown takes a fall, but a nice steal by Brown. 32 seconds remaining. Good pass to Kaczynski. Helgeson, he puts it on net, and it's just tapped aside by Connor Nelson. 23 seconds remaining. Another block by Nelson. Got a stick in front of it. Might have hit the side of the net, but Nelson made sure. 9 seconds remaining. Cottage Grove, 3-on-3. Decided to just dump it in, and a glove save with 3.1 seconds left is the result. Kucher just gloving it and stopping play. 2-1 Cottage Grove as we wind down this second period. Glad you've joined us on Minnesota Hockey State Tournament, powered by MSBN Sports. 3.1 seconds left. You still have to pay close attention if you're Little Falls. Make sure Cottage Grove doesn't get a quick face-off win and then a score between the circles. They did win the face-off. The puck bounced between the circles, but it hit traffic, and that's going to do it for the second period. 2-1 the result. All right, we'll thank some of our sponsors. Again, it's 2-1 in favor of the number 1 seed Cottage Grove over Little Falls Flyers. I'm going to see if I can track down that change in scoring. We'll thank some sponsors in the meantime. You're listening to Minnesota Hockey, powered by MSBN Sports. A state quarterfinal in Bantam A. Cottage Grove 2, Little Falls 1.
Who will you be? When the choices you make all the difference. See, the true tests, they don't come easy. And they won't last long. But that's why you're here. For these very moments. Because there's nothing that tests you like sports. It begs of you one simple question, and it asks without passion or prejudice. But that question demands an answer. The whole answer. It's the only answer you can give. It lies to no one.
Good morning.
We're America's #1 sporting goods store, and we're always open. Every season starts at Dix.com.
Checking can be painful, but it doesn't have to be with a free checking account from Highway Federal Credit Union. Don't live near a branch? That's okay. They make it easy to manage your money anywhere, anytime, and now's a great time to join. Mention promo code FREE50 to get $50 when you open a new checking account with Highway. Qualifications apply. For more information, call Highway today or visit them online at highway.org.
For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
Welcome to the auto show. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Let's check out some Chevys. What's your first impression here?
This car is really amazing.
This is nice. That's awesome.
And what if I told you that you can get auto show cash right now?
Cashback is always great. Oh my gosh.
Use Auto Show Bonus Cash to get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,500 competitive owner cash allowance.
All right, 2 frames in the books. Luke Dahl, Scott Dahl with the call. 2-1, Cottage Grove leads Little Falls after 2 periods. Third period up and coming. I want to thank our sponsors, Tria, Dick's Sporting Goods, Highway Federal Credit Union, and Chevrolet, and also Minnesota Hockey. All the information on minnesotahockey.org. I want to thank them for organizing these tournaments. All games available for download and purchase as well. Just go to msbnsports.net. That's the website you're watching this through now, but go to the archive icon, click that, and then you'll see how you can purchase a download. And all these games are archived, as I mentioned. So hopefully you're enjoying the plethora of games we have going on in this tournament. 58 games, multiple venues. Best of luck to all teams as they begin their #drive to state. All right, from a scoring perspective, went down to the table. First to start things out was Cottage Grove. Cody Mall, the assist, and the goal by Dalton Anderson to start things out in the first period. It was met by Little Falls, and this was where the change was. Initially, they gave the assist to Tower Morrison. That was changed to number 17, Marshall Anez. So Anez gets the official credit for the assist, and the goal on that one for Little Falls was Isaiah Gendro. Now, that was 1-1 after period 1. Second period, 1 score, and that belonging to Cottage Grove. About 4 minutes into the second period, it was a solo goal. That was number 17, Luke McCarthy, scoring for Cottage Grove. 2-1 is the result, and again unassisted on McCarthy's goal. So McCarthy and Anderson scoring for Cottage Grove, and Gendro scoring for Little Falls. All right, we'll take a break, check the email basket, and be back for the third and final period in this final state quarterfinal game. We had games at 10 and 12 and 11 and 2:30, all Bantam A. And I jump over to the 6 and 8 o'clock games for the Bantam AA following this one. So a fun and busy day of broadcasting. So glad you have joined myself and my cameraman. All right, we'll be back after the break. You're listening to Minnesota Hockey, powered by MSBN Sports.
Who will you be? When the choices you make all the difference. See, the true tests, they don't come easy. And they won't last long. But that's why you're here. For these very moments. Because there's nothing that tests you like sports. It begs of you one simple question, and it asks without passion or prejudice. But that question demands an answer. The whole answer. It's the only answer you can give. It lies to no one.
Checking can be painful, but it doesn't have to be with a free checking account from Highway Federal Credit Union. Don't live near a branch? That's okay. They make it easy to manage your money anywhere, anytime, and now's a great time to join. Mention promo code FREE50 to get $50 when you open a new checking account with Highway. Qualifications apply. For more information, call Highway today or visit them online at highway.org.
Good morning.
We're America's #1 sporting goods store, and we're always open. Every season starts at Dicks.com.
Welcome to the auto show. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Let's check out some Chevys. What's your first impression here?
This car is really amazing.
This is nice. That's awesome.
And what if I told you that you can get auto show cash right now?
Cashback is always great. Oh my gosh.
Use Auto Show bonus cash to get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,500 competitive owner cash allowance.
For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
Who will you be? When the choices you make all the difference. See, the true tests, they don't come easy. And they won't last long. But that's why you're here. For these very moments. Because there's nothing that tests you like sports. It begs of you one simple question, and it asks without passion or prejudice. But that question demands an answer, the whole answer. It's the only answer you can give. It lies to no one.
Checking can be painful, but it doesn't have to be with a free checking account from Highway Federal Credit Union. Don't live near a branch? That's okay. They make it easy to manage your money anywhere, anytime, and now's a great time to join. Mention promo code FREE50 to get $50 when you open a new checking account with Highway. Qualifications apply. For more information, call Highway today or visit them online at highway.org.
Good morning.
We're America's #1 sporting goods store, and we're always open. Every season starts at Dix.com.
For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
Welcome to the auto show. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Let's check out some Chevys. What's your first impression here?
This car is really amazing.
This is nice. That's awesome.
And what if I told you that you can get auto show cash right now?
Cashback is always great. Oh my gosh.
Use Auto Show Bonus Cash to get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,500 competitive owner cash allowance.
For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
All right, both teams on the ice for this third and final deciding period. Cottage Grove leading it 2-1. They've scored 1 goal in each of the periods. Little Falls scoring in the second period, tying it up at 1. But again, it was Cottage Grove going ahead with the lone goal in the second period. And that's where we're at right now, 2-1. District 8 champions, Cottage Grove, beating Rosemount and Woodbury to win the District 8 playoff tournament. And then they won 3 straight to get their #1 seed out of the South region, beating Albert Lee and New Ulm Sleepy Eye and then Woodbury again. That's their brief road. They've got quite a history. That's not all they've done all season. They played a lot of hockey. But as far as regions and districts, that's their story, and they sit at the #1 seed coming into this Bantam A quarterfinal. Now for Little Falls, District 15 champs, region runner-ups to East Grand Forks. They beat War Road to earn their #2 seed. Both these teams playing a tight game so far. Shots on goal at the end of 2, 20-12 in favor of Little Falls, but again the scoreboard has Cottage Grove up 2-1 as we enter the third. Glad you've joined us. Luke Dahl on camera. I'm Scott Dahl with the call. Shout out to the fans. You know, I always love talking to the fans and asking, you know, little tidbits or little color that I can add into the broadcast. And well, for this game, it was Little Izzy, a sister of Hayden Johnson, offering me some advice with a microphone. I think she's a future broadcaster. She said, don't keep the microphone too fast or too close. And don't talk too fast. Talk clearly. Out of the mouths of babes, and it's actually good advice. Helping me out. Big fan as well. Sister of Hayden Johnson for Little Falls. They'll face it off here as we finish this one up. We have 15 minutes remaining. And defending the right goal will be Little Falls, and Cottage Grove defending the left goal. Same netminders. Remember, it was Nelson who went down and had to get some attention. Nelson with a block there, sweeping it off to the near side. But he's in the game still, and that's a good sign. There goes another one. Stick save by Kuchar. So a couple quick shots on goals. On goal for both of these teams. And Gustafson also having a good game, and he just backhands it corner to corner to the near side, trying to clear their zone. Little Falls, here they come. Over their blue line. George Moore with it, carrying it into the offensive zone. Moore gets trapped against the boards. Stuck puck, trying to loosen it up. Finally goes corner to corner. Cottage Grove picks it up. Send it through the neutral zone all the way down to the other side. Josh Brown, bouncing puck, just tough to control for Brown. And it gets sent back through the neutral zone the other way. Little Falls with it. Centering pass attempt broken up. But Hayden Johnson is there, trying to make something happen. They'll have to reset on offense in the neutral zone. Little Falls with it. Moore dumps it into the far corner. Nelson gets back there, puts his stick on it. And now Cottage Grove will try and clear their zone. Little backhand flip to the neutral zone. Blocked by Little Falls, kept in the neutral zone. Cottage Grove now with it. Centering pass now through the neutral zone. Tyler Bricky chops it away. And Cottage Grove, a little back and forth there. So Bricky with a nice defensive move. A little 9-iron chop. They had a little bit of excitement on a potential breakaway, but Cottage Grove standing firm. So again, a little back and forth here as both teams just try to get something going here. Puck played in that far circle. Then backhanded into the corner by Alec Folsom. Then swung all the way around and kept in by Inez. 12.5 to play. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Puck sent to the far boards. Kept in by Little Falls, trying to tie this thing up. Then it gets rejected all the way down, and giving chase is Marshall Inez. And he sends it to the near side. Cottage Grove now with it between the circles, but a rejection by Inez sends it to the neutral zone. Now Cottage Grove trying to get something going on the far side. Bouncing puck goes back to the neutral zone. Whistles blown, and a stoppage of play is the result. Well, some conversation by the officials. Not quite sure what's going on there. They've changed the draw spot, moved it into Little Falls zone in the far dot. Kuchar looks on over his right. Under 12 to play. 2-1 Cottage Grove. Now Little Falls gets possession of the puck and sends it flying all the way down. Kuchinski Helgeson giving chase over there. But Cottage Grove will clear it. 3-on-2 potentially here. And a man goes down, hits the far ice, or the far end board. 11.5 to play. Now sent to neutral, then dumped in to the near side by Stevens for Little Falls. Taken behind Nelson. Sent to the near side. Cottage Grove trying to clear their zone. Little Falls trying to make something happen. There goes a shot on goal. Nelson with a block. Over there is Nicholas Stevens making some things happen. Stevens with the puck now. Also over there, Tyler Bricky, check that. And now bouncing puck sent to the neutral zone.
Take it, Joe, go!
Here comes Joe Majorly. Puts it on net, stick save by Nelson. And then sink. Stick to stick, giving chases McCarthy. McCarthy now swing and a miss by McCarthy, just trying to control it. And he gets sent into the end board. Good check by Moore for Little Falls. Cottage Grove with a shot on goal and a block in traffic. And then sent to the far corner to the neutral zone. Cottage Grove dumps it back. Kucher hands it off to his teammate. Moore's waiting on the near side, but instead Little Falls will play it to the far side off the stick of Majorly. 9:42 and counting. 2-1 Cottage Grove lead. And they have it in the offensive zone. Now played at neutral. That'll be Sam Jansky. Sam and Noah, the twins. There goes a shot and a stick save. Kucher with another nice block as we approach the 9-minute mark in the third period. Sartell awaiting the winner of this one. Another shot in traffic by Cottage Grove, kept in. Sent to the far side, long shot, bouncing puck redirected almost dangerously into the net. Kucher looks on, both pads down, waiting. Kept in by Cottage Grove, but then rejected back to the neutral zone. But then here comes Sam Jansky on the near side, carrying the puck in the offensive zone. Centering pass goes all the way back up top, neutral zone, center line play. Cottage Grove now sends it into the far corner. Line change for Cottage Grove. They'll get some fresh legs. But here comes Little Falls as they try to send it to the neutral zone. Tracking it down is Folsom. Then back to Little Falls. Now played in the far corner in the Little Falls zone. Little Falls still leads as far as shots on goal, 23-15. Puck played to the near side. Kucher looking on. And then it's rejected, bouncing back towards the corner all the way down to the far side, and icing's a call. They'll bring it all the way back to the Little Falls zone. Good battle here this afternoon. Centering. Blocked in traffic by Little Falls. Cottage Grove doing a good job trying to keep it in. Now sent to the neutral zone. Little Falls. That's Gustafson giving chase in the near corner. Gustafson works back to center, trying to get that pass. But Little Falls keeps it in. They send it to the end boards. Approaching the 7.5-minute mark. Talking to the cameraman, in case you see a bit of green. And the puck's played in the crease. Backhand, score for Little Falls. Tied up at 2 with 7:06 remaining. That goal's going to be credited to number 3, Nick Stevens. Knotted up at 2. As I mentioned, 7:06 remaining in this one. Nick Stevens ties things up in the third period. We'll get the official call of the goal. Well, for sure, Helgeson gets credit for the assist. 2-2. Third period action. Sometimes with crowd noise, hard to hear the official assist, but that's okay. 2-2 is the score here. Under 6.5 to play. Little Falls, breakaway, 1-on-1. Broken up by Cottage Grove. There's Tyler Bricky over there for Little Falls, trying to make something happen and go up a goal. They've never led in this goal or this game. They've tied it twice. 1-1 and now 2-2. 6 minutes remaining. Kept in by Little Falls. Right at that blue line. But now Cottage Grove will take control off the stick of Sam Jansky. Little Falls now across the way. It's Robbie Kuczynski. Helgeson dumping it into the near corner. Approaching the 5.5-minute mark. Sartell awaiting the winner of this one. Cottage Grove skating hard as Colin Youngworth, sending it into the near corner, and they'll bring this one back. 5:33 remaining, and they bring it back to the Cottage Grove zone. All right, here we go on the draw. Loose puck still, now taken in by Cottage Grove using the plexiglass on the near side. It's Majurley giving chase down. And Kucher gets a stick on it on the block. Teammates behind Kucher trying to clear it. Cottage Grove gets there and keeps it in. Bouncing puck goes to the left. Widener with a shot. He's playing up and right. Widener now with it for Cottage Grove. He sends in a low one. And it ricochets and score! Cottage Grove. I believe that will be his second goal. Indeed it is. Number 9, Dalton Anderson gets his second goal. He scored the first goal off the assist from Cody Mall in the first period, and now Dalton Anderson with his second goal of the game to have his Cottage Grove team go up 3-2. 5:02 remaining in the clock. Assist by Widener and also Spencer Voss on the double assist. All right, they'll bring this one back to the Cottage Grove zone as they lead it now 3-2. Again, 2 goals from number 9 Dalton Anderson this afternoon, having a great game. 25 shots on goal to 17. There goes an opportunity for Little Falls, and Connor Nelson and company doing everything they can to keep that puck out of the net. Might have knocked it off its moorings, I'm not sure. They're a little slow in getting up, but they'll face it off to the right of Nelson with 4:42 remaining. Getting closer and closer to the end of this one, and they'll play tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the North Rink versus Sartell. There goes a swipe shot wide left of the cage on the turnaround by Little Falls, but it gets sent all the way back down. Giving chase is McCarthy. Gustafson also down there for Little Falls. Approaching the 4-minute mark in the Little Falls zone. They'll try and send it, but it's kept in, but Little Falls picks up the puck. Puts it to neutral. That's Gustafson with a little flip shot. Almost went out of bounds, but Gustafson tracking down his own corner dump. And we're under 4 here to play. Bouncing puck. Catches Cottage Grove. Left circle. There goes a shot and a stick save by Kucher. Cottage Grove trying to go up 2 goals on that one. Taking a seat is Luke McCarthy, too. I was keeping an eye on him. He was the one who put the puck on net and just a little slow in skating, so he took a fall hard on the ice. And so he's just taking a breather, and he'll be back out there, it looks like. 3.5 to play. Little Falls with a rush, 1-on-3, but it's taken back by Colin Youngworth. Youngworth sends it in. Trying to keep that puck in the zone. Cottage Grove does. Up 3-2 here in the third period. Approaching the 3-minute mark. That's Bricky now with a little backhand. Off to Majurley, and a whistle blows. Looks like offside's a call. .306 remaining. It's 3-2 Cottage Grove. 25 shots on goal for Little Falls and 19 for Cottage Grove, but Cottage Grove with a 1-goal lead. Under 3 to play. Little Falls dumps it into the corner, but Cottage Grove is right there to try and clear their zone. They lead it forward to Sam Jansky. Jansky with a puck. Quick stop by Jansky, and offside's the call. 2:50 remaining in the third period. We are in the South Rink at Parade Ice Gardens, the venue for Bantam A and 2A hockey. State quarterfinals happening today. And in the North Rink, same thing. 2 sheets of ice here at Parade Ice Gardens. Both games, both Bantam A games in the North Rink ended in overtimes. 1 in double overtime, in fact. East Grand Forks won in double overtime 3-2 over Owatonna. And it was Edina winning in overtime over Roseville. 2:30 left in this one. 3-2 Cottage Grove. Little turnaround by Majurley. Majurley still controls the puck. He gives it up to center as they try and dump it in. Here we go, right circle. Broken up by 3 Cottage Grove players. As Little Falls is putting on the pressure. They know time is not on their side. 2:10 and ticking. Down by a goal. Puck gets cleared to the neutral zone. Through the neutral and all the way down. Picked up by Little Falls. Moore sends it through the neutral zone all the way back down to Cottage Grove. Moore goes down to one knee to keep it in. Does a good job keeping it in. Now puck played on the far side. Little Falls still keeping it in. Bouncing puck right on that blue line. 1.5 minutes to play. Little Falls needs a goal to tie this up at 3. Gustafson puts it on. Body block by Nelson. High puck over the cage. Nelson saw it all the way and watched it. There goes another shot. Low left by Majurley from high and right far side. 1:17 and counting. 3-2 Cottage Grove lead, but Little Falls on the move right now, putting the pressure on. There goes the puck all the way down end to end. Little Falls pulls their goalie. Kucher is now on the bench. It's 6-on-5. Less than 1 minute to play. Little Falls with the puck. Again, empty net opportunity for Cottage Grove should they control the puck. But Little Falls with a final surge here. 49 seconds to tie it up. Puck played on the far side. That's Nick Stevens over there. Nicholas Stevens trying to make something happen as they play it on the near circle. Robbie Helgeson over there keeping it in. There goes a shot redirected high and right by Majurley for Little Falls. 30 seconds remaining. The Flyers doing a good job keeping it in. Puck played on the near corner. 21 seconds remaining. Again, Little Falls pulling their goalie for that man advantage. Centering pass between the circles, and it's rejected by Cottage Grove. All the way across the way, George Moore tracks it down and quickly passes it through the neutral zone. And 2 seconds, rejected again by Cottage Grove. That's going to do it. Cottage Grove wins it 3-2. A good game here this afternoon, that's for sure. Cottage Grove wins it 3-2. Scoring summary in the first period ended up being 1-1. Cottage Grove struck first. assist Cody Mall, and a goal, one of his 2 goals, Dalton Anderson. And for Little Falls, it was an assist by Marshall Anez and a goal by Isaiah Gendro. At the end of 1, it was 1-1. 1 goal scored in the second period, and that was for Cottage Grove to go up 2-1. And that was an unassisted goal by Luke McCarthy at the end of 2. And that was scored about 4 minutes into the second period. No other scoring in the second period. Also an item of note, or to note, in all 3 periods, no penalties for either of these teams. So very clean battle today. So at the end of 2, it was 2-1 in favor of Cottage Grove. Shots on goal have been in Little Falls' favor the entire game. But it was Nelson and company up to the task, keeping them out of the net. Going into the third period then, it was 2-1, but it was tied up 2-2. And it was an assist by Robbie Kuczynski Helgeson, if I heard that correctly, but definitely the goal was by Nicholas Stevens to tie things up midway through the third period. And then with 5:02 remaining in the third period, a double assist. Number 10, Spencer Voss, and also number 28, Jack Widener on the assist. And it was, as I mentioned, Dalton Anderson scoring his second goal. And that was the go-ahead goal and the winning goal. The final score, 3-2. So Cottage Grove will take on Sartell tomorrow at the North Rink at Parade Ice Garden. The 4 o'clock game. The 2 o'clock game is already set as well. I mentioned that. And that's going to be East Grand Forks taking on Edina. So a 2 o'clock and a 4 o'clock game for the semifinals in Bantam A tomorrow on the North Rink. And we'll bring you that action tomorrow. In fact, I believe I'll be calling both of those games as well. So lots of fun here. 58 different games covered by MSBN in partnership with Minnesota Hockey. Hashtag Drive to State. We certainly want to thank them for organizing these tournaments. 14 state tournaments taking place at 9 locations across Minnesota. You gotta love it. Semifinals for Bantam A are all set. I'll mention it one more time. It's East Grand Forks taking on Edina tomorrow, and it'll be Sartell taking on Cottage Grove tomorrow as well for the Bantam A semifinals. I want to thank Luke Dahl for his good camera work this afternoon. We appreciate his work. I'm Scott Dahl with a call, and we want to thank you as well for tuning in to this one. Have a good afternoon. Remember, we have more hockey, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock if you want to jump over to the Bantam AA hockey games later on this afternoon. All right, signing off on this one. Again, thanks for listening. You've been listening to Minnesota Hockey, powered by MS.